Well, here it is.
So if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you're familiar with Reverb.com, also known as eBay for musicians, and you may or may not also be aware of the fact that the website has something of a reputation. Depending on who you're talking to, the site is either a wonderful place or a terrible place, or both, to get used musical gear. Most of us have heard some pretty insane Reverb horror stories, but generally speaking, the site is about 95 to 98% dependable, at least from what I hear. A fun fact about me, I've actually never ordered off of Reverb before, or at least until about 2 weeks ago. Another fun fact about me, I've never owned a Fender Stratocaster before, and I'll bet right now you can see where this video is going. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to buy anything with the name Fender, Gibson, or Marshall on it, you should probably check the used market because it is absolutely oversaturated with items from those companies. And let's face it, getting anything new from them anymore is severely overpriced. So, naturally, with this ideology in mind, that led me right to Reverb to search for my Fender, and I did come across a listing that intrigued me. It was a 2011 Deluxe American Sienna Sunburst with Lawler single coil pickups. Before I did anything official, I contacted the seller, which is recommended before you do basically any Reverb purchase, and he was actually really awesome. He had a lot of helpful information to give me, and he made me feel comfortable about the purchase, so I went ahead and went for it. One thing he said that stood out to me that I thought was interesting was to please contact him if there was any issues, and to please, whatever I do, don't underrate him if anything goes wrong. So apparently Reverb has this thing where basically if you give the seller anything less than 5 stars, it can hurt their business on that website. The rating system was obviously put in place to highlight the credible sellers and the not credible sellers, but apparently the way Reverb has it set up, sellers get really screwed on their ability to sell on the website again if they get basically anything less than 5 stars from anyone. He pointed this out to me, saying he'd been screwed over by a couple of buyers in the past, and basically that if I was a serious buyer, to please not do any of that trivial stuff with him. And I told him, hey, as long as it's what I ordered and it shows up sometime relatively soon, I have no problem giving you 5 stars, man. Now, unfortunately, it did take a little bit longer than I expected for it to show up. But as long as what's supposed to be in here is in here, I'm certainly not going to be upset. Time to find out if my first Reverb experience is going to be a happy story or a horror story. Alright. Alright, moment of truth. Here we go. There it is. Pretty out of tune. I suppose we better plug her into an amp, huh? All right, she sings for the first time. Well, I guess that just about wraps it up, guys. I'm feeling pretty happy with my purchase, so I think I'm going to head on over and give this guy 5 stars. He deserves it. So, yeah, just a reminder out there, when you buy something off Reverb and it's awesome, give your seller 5 stars. They deserve it.